This is the Graham Esonga Media right back, and once again we are back in the studio to bring you the political check. And with me today we have great panelists with me who are going to indulge in a fruitful and a good discussion. Welcome, my fellow panelists.
Thank you.
Maybe just starting with my father left hand side, you'll just tell us your names and what you're doing in this institution.
Thank you very much, Graham.
Yes.
I'm Felix Kimboy. I'm a student from JQuat. I'm pursuing public administration and leadership, and also I'm a political surveyor.
Thank you so much, Mr. Felix. Now to my father right-hand side, you'll just tell us your name and what you do in this school.
Once again, thank you for this splendid opportunity. My name is Innocent Balabala, and I'm an engineering student here at JQuat. And I'm in love with politics. Sometimes I usually tell my friends, if only politics was a woman. Yeah.
Very great and very hot. Welcome and indulge with me in this discussion till the end. Karibuni sana, gentlemen, and I want us to open our minds and think greatly about the political state of the nation. This is the country Kenya this year, 2022. Put in your minds that the general elections is just nearing. It's about to go down. Now, on to my first question. How do you see August 9, 2022, Mr. Felix?
Regarding on 2022 general elections, it's an election that Kenyans have been waiting since 2017, and it's finally here. We are already seeing presidential aspirants are preparing their muscles to fight hard these elections coming 2022. This other side, we have Raila Odinga. This other side, we have William Ruto with his party of UDA. They are the two presidential aspirants who are formidable for these 2022 elections.
To Mr. Innocent, how do you see August 9, 2022?
According to me, August 9, 2022, that Tuesday will be the day that Kenyans get the chance to exercise their democracy on the ballot. It will be the day that the wise Kenyans will have to make a great decision that won't only affect them, but also their future generations. But also it will be the day that others will throw themselves and the future of their people to the dogs. So it is the day, in short, that Kenyans will have to exercise their democracy. Yeah.
Talking about the post seats, we have MCA, we have the senator, member of parliament, governor, and up to the presidential race. Now, we have seen each and every person saying that they are ready for 2022. Now, this is my question, my fellow panelists. Are the 2022 presidential aspirants ready for this thing? Maybe starting with Mr. Innocent. Do you see, the ones that have come out, are they really ready for the 2022 August 9 election?
Okay. Let's base on the current state. Let's assume elections were to be held tomorrow or even today. Now, based on the current presidential aspirants. So, according to me, this is just a two-horse race. Let us not beat around the bush. So, according to me, Raila and Ruto, they are ready for the polls.
Maybe just to interrupt you, they are ready. You say they are ready.
They are ready.
If they are ready, why have they not selected their running mates yet?
Just like I said, my first point is that they are ready. And why are they ready?
Yes.
They are ready because, these two people have a lot of influence in the entire republic. And, let us just bring the idea. Why is a running mate usually chosen early? Let us go back to 2013. President Kenyatta endorsed William Ruto early. Why? So as to pocket the entire Rift Valley votes. But since Raila and Ruto have a lot of influence, the running mate is not a big deal to them. It will just come when the right time is there. But now let us based on the current affair or the current state, like the Oka. People like, and someone like Kalonzo, if he were to vie for presidency, I don't think he's ready, because he needs the backing of a super leader. So to him, I think the election is not yet ready, because he needs to find a suitable running mate to help him. But as for Raila and Ruto, they have the masses. That's all they need. The running mate will just be a by the way, an additive which will come the right time. Yeah.
And to Mr. Felix, are the aspirants, the presidential aspirants, ready for the 2022 August 9 elections, according to you?
Uh, the presidential aspirants 2022, they are very, very much ready. As you have seen them right away from 2018, William Ruto has been campaigning very, very seriously, spending a lot of resources, moving around the country, uh, mobilizing people. At this other end, you have been seeing Raila Amolo Odinga teaming up with some of the members of parliament, um, aligning himself with the government. So you are seeing all these ups and downs. Uh, they are preparing themselves to face these 2022 elections.
Yes.
On the other side, we have the team of Kalonzo Musyoka, Gideon Moi and Martha Karua, that is Team Oka. And by now, you see they are not that much ready. They are not prepared. I'm saying that they are not yet prepared simply because you can see they don't have masses compared to William Ruto and Raila Odinga. So Kalonzo is not that ready, and from the look of things, he has to join one of the teams, that is either Azimio la Umoja or the UDA or Kenya Kwanza team.
Very great and very fine. We're moving on very well. Now to my next question. This goes to Mr. Felix, then we'll come back to Mr. Innocent. Who are the possible running mates for Mr. Raila Amolo Odinga and Dr. William Samoei Ruto? Starting with Mr. Felix.
Okay, I will start first with Dr. William Samoei Ruto.
Yes.
You see, William Ruto has been campaigning seriously from 2018, immediately after handshake. He has been campaigning without mentioning the deputy president. And by now, the deputy president cannot affect the presidential campaign of William Ruto. If you see William Ruto, he has never mentioned anywhere that he's going to support a particular deputy president. But as from now, people are now speculating and seeing where the deputy president is going to come from the team of William Ruto. William Ruto is now in is a bit confused on where to pick the deputy president.
Okay.
Majorly, we have to agree first, the politics of Kenya is tribal. And for it being tribal, they must consider on the place to pick the deputy president. As you know that Rift Valley and Central carries the majority of the voters. And therefore, most likely, the deputy president is going to pick his running mate from the Central region. And from the Central region, we have been seeing that most likely we'll be having Honorable Rigathi Gachagua or Kiharu Member of Parliament, Dindi Nyoro will be the running mate of William Ruto. When it comes to Raila Odinga, you cannot tell who is going to be the running mate of Raila Odinga. That will be the decision of the people who told Raila to go and vie for the presidential race. Thank you.
To Mr. Innocent, who are the possible aspirants? Who are the possible running mates, rather, for Mr. William Samoei Ruto and Mr. Raila Amolo Odinga?
Maybe just to second the words of my colleague, it is tough for Ruto, because according to me, I think Ruto is in a fix. You know, Central Kenya is a region that you cannot just ignore. It is a region that has a say when it comes to matters of elections and presidential elections. You know, Ruto has this choice of picking a leader from central Kenya. But also, it has the advantages and the disadvantages. The advantage is that the people from central Kenya will follow him. Because, you know, their decisions come from the grassroots level, unlike many other communities there. But also, if he does not choose from the central region, he might lose them. And that's where the Azimio people will gain support from the region. Because Raila might pick also Peter Kenneth. You see? So, Rigathi Gachagua can be the possible running mate. Remember, Moses Kuria, a few months ago, Moses Kuria said that he wants to retire. Not to retire, this 2022 is not going for an elective post. But he will be keen on taking or going for, he will be keen to ensure that the interests of the central people are catered for. That is a very sensitive statement. So, I think it was just to telling these two people that they must pick their deputies from central Kenya. So I think Ruto is going to pick his deputy as Rigathi Gachagua, and Raila will go for Peter Kenneth. Yeah.
Very great. Moving on very well. Now, to my next question. Let us talk about this man, Musalia Mudavadi, and his decisions. Let us just indulge and go deeper into the body of Musalia Mudavadi and think with him and know what decisions. Maybe we've seen him join hands, join forces with the Deputy President, Mr. William Samoei Ruto, forming the Kenya Kwanza Alliance. Maybe just to Mr. Felix, you will just give us some details about what you think on Musalia Mudavadi's decisions.
It's called the earthquake.
The earthquake.
Yeah.
Right, the earthquake. Tell us more about the earthquake.
Now, the earthquake, that's the decision Musalia Mudavadi gave us last week. Musalia Mudavadi had no alternative but to only join the Kenya Kwanza team, which was previously known as the UDA. I want you to know that Musalia Mudavadi could not support Raila Odinga. Reason why? Musalia Mudavadi is very bitter on Raila Odinga. Why?
Why is Musalia bitter with Raila Odinga?
This simply because
Yes.
of trust issues. Raila Odinga does not trust Musalia Mudavadi
Okay.
to rule and take over the Luya nation.
Okay.
So the decision of Musalia Mudavadi supporting William Ruto was his own personal decision, and it's going to benefit him if Ruto goes into the government. Luyas, Luya community. It's one of the it's the second largest community in the Republic of Kenya. But the problem is, the Luyas does not have their own kingpin of their region. Now Musalia Mudavadi joining Ruto, I can say it's a path that is looking to become the kingpin of the Luya community when Ruto ascends to power. At the same time again, the Azimio people, they have been saying that Musalia Mudavadi is depreciating himself as a national leader. Normally I don't agree with them, but I want to tell them that when Luyas vote any person, either Eugene Wamalwa, when Luyas support the decision of Eugene Wamalwa of DAP Kenya, the Mbolea Chama, it may be beneficial to them. If Raila Odinga goes into power, the Luyas will automatically listen to who? Eugene Wamalwa. And when Ruto will go into power, the Luyas will automatically listen to Musalia Mudavadi, simply because if any of them goes to the government, they will support, they will take the resources home, and through that way, the lawyers will endorse them as their kingpin of their region. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Felix. Now we cross over to Mr. Innocent. How do you see Musalia Mudavadi's decisions?
Okay, according to me, Musalia Mudavadi's decisions are of no impact. Because, okay, maybe, okay, Mudavadi might be thinking, or his followers, supporters might be thinking, that now that Mudavadi has joined UDA, it is his ticket for presidency maybe in 2032 or 2027. That is a big wrong. Because why? My first reason why I say that, it is because, it is just, things are just happening like the way they happened in 2018. Now that Raila came into good terms with President Kenyatta, the deputy's followers, who are the Tanga Tanga MPs, that is now when Tanga Tanga emerged, in short. So now that Mudavadi has joined the UDA camp, it has brought wrangles into UDA. A good example is the Nairobi gubernatorial seat. Sakaja is having problems with Margaret Wanjiru. And apparently Sakaja is the one who is being endorsed to run for the gubernatorial seat. And now, so it is creating wrangles inside him. So, to me, a time will come when he will still be betrayed. And also, apart from being betrayed, Mudavadi is known for making bad decisions. Ask me how.
How?
Mudavadi is known for making bad decisions. A good example, he usually calls Raila Odinga a political, the government project, yet he himself is the bigger project. Mudavadi made a mistake in 1997. He made a mistake in 2002. Mudavadi would have risen to power, but he usually has very poor advisors around him from the start. Kibaki, he would have taken Kibaki's position, but he was a coward. Mudavadi got lost somewhere in Vihiga. Raila took him back to the limelight, and he was the deputy prime minister. In 2013, he again disappeared, made a very wrong decision, earning just 400,000 votes. In 2017, he was pulled back on track. He has lost it again, and he is now losing it completely. And he has no impact also because, it reminds me, I'm not a good Bible reader, but somewhere between Genesis and Revelation, I can tell there's a verse that says, before you remove the log in my eye, remove the speck in yours. Now, I may just use those words, but let me just paraphrase. You cannot tell me that Mudavadi has a great impact on UDA, that he will bring numbers like the way Ruto brought numbers to President Kenyatta from Rift Valley. If he cannot gather masses in his homeland where I happen to come from in Vihiga, it does not have impact in the entire nation. I am sure there's someone in some corner of this country where I don't want to mention, who does not even know Mudavadi. Yeah.
Very great, very great. Now, to my next question, still about Musalia Mudavadi. This man, Musalia Mudavadi, will he be the deputy president or the running mate that will be chosen by the deputy president, William Samoei Ruto? To you, Innocent.
I think Mudavadi will not be chosen as the running mate or the deputy president.
What make you say so?
This is because, like I told you before, there are some people, politicians usually have an interest in something. Mudavadi, some people right now are like, you cannot just come out of nowhere to come and take that position. Someone has been eyeing that position. There's someone supporting Raila so seriously. There's someone supporting Ruto so seriously with the aim of getting that position of deputy president.
Okay.
So there are also people with that interest in UDA. And now Musalia cannot just come there and to take the deputy president's post and they'll keep quiet. And this, like I told you earlier, it is creating wrangles. And no, Ruto cannot let his party to collapse for the sake of ANC. So, recently Fort Kenya MPs were complaining, not Fort Kenya, UDA MPs in Bungoma were complaining of harassment by Fort Kenya. So these internal wrangles will make Deputy President Ruto I don't think he'll take Musalia Mudavadi to be the deputy prime minister. And also, Ruto is still clever. Ruto knows very well that Mudavadi does not have the numbers. The numbers, even Rigathi Gachagua himself has more numbers
Than
than Mudavadi.
Musalia Mudavadi.
Yes.
May you be having any other view apart from that, Mr. Felix?
Uh, Musalia Mudavadi, and I've been telling my friends this. Musalia Mudavadi is a liability to UDA.
Okay.
He's not an asset.
It's not an asset.
It's not an asset.
Okay.
So when I say it's a liability, Mudavadi is just in UDA to support William Ruto secure his 2022 presidential bid. An asset, that's the position of the deputy president. So Mudavadi, being in UDA, it just creates some partial support to the party, and in turn, he will be awarded back in case the Deputy President William Ruto gets to govern. And therefore, the position of the Deputy President, mark this, will come from the central region,
Mount Kenya.
Mount Kenya region. Yeah, that's the point.
Very great. We've seen leaders going out of the country, and recently the Deputy President William Ruto has visited Dubai. Maybe Mr. Felix, you just give us details of what may have taken Mr. William Samoei Ruto to take a trip to Dubai.
Okay. Kenyans have been having a lot of speculations
Yes.
when William Ruto went to Dubai just the other day. I just see its arrest that the deputy president was taking simply because if you have been following closely William Ruto, he has never had any rest since 31st of 2021 to date. He has never had any rest. He has been campaigning seriously, moving all over this country, and he has never stopped. So it's just a break to rest his brain and to just relax. And also we saw them visiting our brother Moses Kuria, who was injured on his legs. So it is not that big deal, the deputy president being in Dubai.
On Moses Kuria,
Yes.
was Moses Kuria's injury or disease or that attack, was it a planned thing, or did it just happen automatically?
Okay, you know, Kenyans may not be having facts, but we normally rely on speculations. And in Kiswahili, they say kisemwacho kipo. Now on the issue of Moses Kuria injury on his legs, Moses Kuria procured electric blanket and used it for only a night, and it injured his legs. And some 2 days, Moses Kuria called for a media briefing, and he said it clearly: all electric gadgets coming from abroad, it must go through the Kenya Bureau of Standards. So the blanket went through CAPES, and he was asking, if it went through CAPES, why did he use it even less than an hour and it injured him? So Kenyans have been saying it was a planned thing that has really brought down Moses Kuria politics. You can imagine if Moses Kuria was in Kiambu, seriously campaigning rights now with William Ruto. It will be a different thing to Ruto's campaign. Yeah.
Okay. To our next question, Mr. Innocent, there is the Kitui, or rather the Ukambani kingpin, Mr. Kalonzo Musyoka, and his decisions. We've seen him stranded some days after the Oka principle, one of the Oka principle, that is Musalia Mudavadi, opted to leave the party and joined the Kenya Kwanza alliance, leaving Kalonzo Musyoka with Gideon Moi stranded in One Kenya alliance. Now, to Mr. Innocent, Maybe you'll just give us some light, shed us some light about Kalonzo Musyoka. Is he going to remain single, or is he going to look for a partner to partner with in the coming elections 2022 August?
First of all, I'm not a follower of, okay, I'm not a supporter of Kalonzo Musyoka.
Right.
But one thing that I can tell is that Kalonzo Musyoka is clever. That man is wise. And I don't think Kalonzo will go alone. Kalonzo is more likely to team with Azimio. And Gideon Moi, actually, in short, Oka is just going to dismantle. Kalonzo is more likely to join ODM, okay, the Azimio side, because I don't think Kalonzo can work with Ruto. Like I told you, this man is wise. And based on the economic models of these two people, and Kalonzo being wise, he would work with the Azimio side. Yeah.
Okay, to Mr. Felix, let us shed some light about the Ukambani kingpin, Mr. Kalonzo Musyoka.
I want to tell my friend Kalonzo Musyoka told us clearly that he will be the most fullest person to support Raila Odinga for the third time, losing. So I don't know if really Kalonzo is going to work with the Azimio team. And if he's going to work with the Azimio team, he will be judged by the words that he said, though it's politics. If Kalonzo could have gone to the ballot, if he can become wise and change his decision, if he can go to the ballot, Ukambani region has more than 1.5 million registered voters.
Okay.
And if Kalonzo goes to the ballot and he gets 1.5 million votes from the Ukambani region, automatically he's going to have a bargaining power to the government, whether William Ruto wins or Raila Odinga wins. So him aligning himself to one particular party is too dangerous for him. It's too dangerous for him because he is aging. If Kalonzo is wise, he can just go to the ballot himself so that he can have a bargaining power to the government, and in turn is going to help his region.
Very great, very great. This is the word from my great panelists. We have Mr. Innocent Mbalambala and Mr. Felix Kemboi right about here. Now, maybe before we close this discussion, you'll just give us your final words about the general view of the State House entry road, the coming August 2022, where the leaders have tried and are still trying to pursue Kenyans to give them votes to take them to State House. Maybe you'll just give us your final view about the stand of the political wave in Kenya, starting with Mr. Innocent.
Okay. I remember this post that I saw that I hated. And the post said that it is only in Africa, Kenya to be specific, where looters of the public will regroup, team up again to loot, and the youth will be the one who will be, in fact, they'll be the ones supporting them so seriously. And now let me be neutral. And also this goes to Kenyans, fellow Kenyans. A mistake is electing the son of a rich man because he does not know the problems that affect you. And the bigger mistake also is electing the son of a poor man, because when the son of a poor man gets power, most of them tend to forget where they came from. I'm being neutral, like I said before. So simply, Kenyans, let not base these elections on dynasty or hustle. Let's base these elections on the manifesto. People are dwelling on the dynasty thing, the hustler thing. No. Let us look at the manifesto. It is evident so and so is doing this. So what if he gets the power? Shall we go forward or backward? Kenyans should base on that. Shinely, just exercise your democracy wisely. Yeah.
To Mr. Felix, your final word.
Okay. Based on 2022 elections, what I could really urge Kenyans, don't make 2022 be a matter of life and death. The president will be elected and life must move on regardless of the person who is going to win. Though there's a lot of factors that Kenyans really consider depending on the aspirants they are going to choose. One, let me start with Raila Odinga. The supporters of Raila Odinga are now voting him in for the almost fifth time, now trying to push Raila to get into State House. And they're actually very, very bitter seeing Raila Odinga not going to State House for all those years, spending a lot of resources, all the calamities that has happened in this country, and have not yet gone to power. And those people are really bitter and they want to see Raila Odinga into power. For the case of William Samoei Ruto, we also have millions of Kenyans who are actually bitter for being run by the royal families. And to that point, I'm not going to the dynasty way or the hustlers point. Many Kenyans now would like to see the leadership of a man from nowhere going somewhere. And these people are really pushing their person to get into State House. So 2022 might be so difficult. But what I said before, no, let us not make it a matter of life and death. Life must move on after elections. Thank you very much.
It has been a great time having a talk with you guys. You have enlightened some Kenyan somewhere, and you, my viewer, thank you so much for sticking on the Graham Esonga Media. We are here because you are there. Keep on being there because we shall keep on being here. The only place you'll find wisdom, the only place you'll find great ideas, the only place you'll find great thinkers. This is the Graham Esonga Media. We got you covered.